Hi, Gypsy. How are you? No, it's a audio. If it's typed, it will I will have it posted, Gypsy. I don't. Why are you guys scared of typed sessions? It's the same thing. It's the same. You're getting the same message. There's no difference. If anything, I feel like they're better. I actually had someone tell me that they actually like them better. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot more type sessions anyways this season. A lot of people are scared of type sessions. To me, I feel like if you trust the reader, I personally like if I, because I a lot of my friends, well, I have two of them. They'll do type sessions here and there. If I don't trust them, their type readings, I'm not gonna get readings from them at all. I feel like type sessions too, they're more concentrated because you don't have a bunch of energies listening. But that's just me. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are scared of type reading. So I had somebody tell me that they didn't trust type readings, but I'm like, if you trust the reader, it shouldn't matter how they read. Hi, Anita Boo, how are you? Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Paid readings are open. Anita, I'm gonna give you the free messages I offered you the other day. Give me a second. Yeah, and I've seen people like her because I know a lot of people, a lot of readers don't say the cards that they get. I don't really care if they do or not either, but a lot of people don't give the cards that they get, and people will be like harassing, like wanting the cards, and I'm like, the only reason why people want to know what cards are coming out is so they can interpret their own fucking reading. And if you're doing that, you're giving your that's a disadvantage because you're trying to read off of what you think it is versus what that reader is getting. I see that all the time. I was on one of my friend's channels the other night. It was like late. She's Indian, so she be on like at 2 o'clock in the morning. And this one girl just wanted to know every single card, and it's like you only want to know the cards because you want to interpret your own fucking message. And unless you're a reader, and even if you are a reader, like you, why could if you want to interpret your own readings, buy your own deck and do your own readings. Like, yeah, because she's trying to interpret her own reading. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do that, get your own deck and do your own reading. I had someone come on my channel a while back, and she was like, she had got, I forget what card it was, and it was a no. And then I don't know. I got for me. I gotta know because I don't care what the card says. Sometimes the meaning of the card, I'm gonna go by what my intuition says anyway. But it was one of those maybe cards, but I gotta know for it. And she went and Googled and came back. She said, "Oh, but on Google it says it could be a yes sometimes." And I told her, okay, I said, okay, so then get Google to do your reading. This is what I used to do for your readings. So go ask Google. Why are you asking me? Let me do your messages, Anita, and then I got you, Gypsy. And then she got mad at me and started talking shit about me on channels and like making up lies. And I'm like, okay, you're mad because I checked you. Because again, why are you coming to me if you want to ask, if you're gonna go on Google? Like, why? Go to fucking Google. I personally don't like reading for myself. I don't like reading for myself because I feel like especially because I only get readings in something that like either I want to confirm or something, right? I don't do my own reading because I feel like sometimes you could cloud your own judgment. And what happens is you think the worst case scenario. But you're not really supposed to be reading on your, at least like everybody that I've spoken to that's older, that's spiritual, like one of my godmother is um one of my mom's like really really close friends is, she's been like a tarot reader for years. She's like, I mean, she's a medium too though. And she says, you know, technically you're not supposed to read for yourself. You're supposed to use your intuition. I've always separated it, but I feel like lately I've been like just letting shit happen because I feel like sometimes you'll just get actions if you're asking about feelings, but I feel like some people be trying to be slick. Um, and they want to ask like, what are their thoughts and actions, feelings? You know, what are they thinking? And it's like that's a lot of things for a mini reading, even for an in-depth reading. That's a lot. Yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, let's see. What does he want to say to Amina? I hope the future will bring us together. So for me, that feels like bring you closer. Like bring you closer. Girl, do it, because I think it's just mixes too much. Especially like, you know, I do the mini reading. So sometimes with the in-depth, you can get so much more. So if I do feelings, more than likely actions are gonna come out. I mean, not always, but it can. But when it's a mini, it doesn't. It's just too much that you're trying to cram into one. And Gypsy, I'm not mad if you have a preference. I know how that is. Like yeah, that's I have a preference on readers in general. Like I know who I can go to for certain things and certain things I just don't. So, like I know I go to Anita for everything. I usually just mainly that I go to is Anita, my friend Luna, and my friend Dawn. That's who I mainly go to. You are my muse, so you inspire him even if he doesn't show it. I'm on cloud nine when we're together. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Anita. You always look good as fuck. Okay. I want to hold you. Yo, this, you know what this feels? I'm very sexually attracted to you. Real Love by Mary J. Blige. You know what's so funny? I was gonna say this feels like the weather today over here is like chilly. It's really windy and it's like I'm just relaxing today. Like I wasn't even gonna come on, but I was like, no, I could be in bed and like do some readings. Um and like cozy. That's what this reading gives me. You're my soulmate. I'm mentally, emotionally, and physically drained. I never experienced this intense connection before. And I feel like I've gotten that for y'all. Like, maybe not those exact words, but I feel like that sentiment. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. I want to provide you with stability. I look forward to seeing you again. You are the missing piece that I have been praying for. I knew you were the one when I first met you, and that scared me. I'm working I'm working on myself every day so I can come back to you. So this could just be like maybe like how it come back to you like the way he used to be. Like in the beginning. I can't let you go. You're very tempting and such a turn on. Being raw with my emotions is something I'm working on. So that is what I have for you. Anila, thank you so much. Oh, Anila, I gotta tell you. So I was not planning to go out this weekend, but I did do a last minute thing with one of my best friends. We went to this boxing event here. Um, and guess who was watching? Yep, he was watching. You know, I had posted a story when I got home, and I saw he like quickly looked at it. I said, "Oh, we back." Oh wait, let me turn my and you know what? Let me tell you, I was doing hair all day yesterday. I was pretty freaking exhausted, and it was like so last minute, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's just go out." Um, wait, how do I turn this on? Let me turn on my subscribers mode only. Hi everyone, welcome in. Paid readings are open. Yeah, we had a good girl. I was so tired. I was doing hair all day, and like by midday, I was told my best friend like when I was going to my third client, I was like, "Yo, do you want to go?" And she was like, "I was like, what are you doing tonight?" And she was like, "Nothing." I said, "All right, we're going." I didn't even tell her, "Do you?" I said, "We're going." I said, "I will see you at 8:30. I'll be picking you up." And we had a good time. We wasn't out that late, so it was good. Yeah, you did mention it. I was like, I don't know. I don't have no plan. I really didn't have the plans. And you know why too? Because when I work like that, like I'm on my feet all those hours. So I was up by 6 o'clock. My first client was at 8 o'clock. She came here, and I did hair and makeup. But she got like she wanted like makeup. She usually gets like a soft glam, so that's usually fast. But no, she wanted like full glam. And so I was on my feet with her for 3 hours. Then I had to drive to my client at 11:30. Then after her, I had to drive to my other client. Well, I was there with that one for like an hour and 20 minutes. Then drive to my other client. I was with her for like 2 hours. Then came home to my last client. I was with her for 3 hours. It was a long day. Where do you work at, Gypsy? Like, what do you do hair? Yeah, I usually don't do anything. That's why I was like, no. I usually don't do anything. All right, Gypsy, you can post your question. Yeah, I really don't do shit. But then I was like, you know what? It's in Philly. Like, it's right here. So I actually, we took an Uber here on the side for 8 years. Oh my God, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So yeah, you know how it is. Like, you just, girl, but I'm gonna tell you something. By my last client, I was still like alert. Yo, it was when I was done with her. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna survive. But I did. Yeah, is this not charging? It's not my phone is charging. Hold on. Oh, it is. So why did I get that? Hi, Black. How are you? Why did I curse right now? Honestly. But yeah, I usually don't do not on a long day like that. Shit, not even on a short day. But then I was like, oh, it's here. It's the you know I love boxing, so and the fights were not expensive, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I invited a few of my friends. So then yeah, we took an Uber and stuff, and it was cheap because usually for events, oh my god, for Chris Brown, them Ubers were so expensive. For Nicki Minaj too. Yesterday they weren't. All right, let's see Libra's feelings. I knew he was gonna lose. Canelo been on decline for a few years. People kept saying no, he's not. Yes, he has. So for me, like I don't feel like. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Terrence Crawford because he's amazing. Um, but he didn't fight the best Canelo either. All right, let's see. I'm doing good, Black Widow. Paid readings are open, guys. Please like the stream as you're coming in. Let's see. Girl, he's observing, or are you on social? Like, can he see your social media or no? Um, hi, you're right after Gypsy. Um, or this could be him planning. I'm getting planning more than anything, like preparing to come towards you. Um, but why is this here? So all right, so I have the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. I feel like he's preparing, or at least like planning to come towards you. He's wanting to have some type of result from a conversation because I have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like he's kind of like um preparing himself to come towards you with some type of there's good it feels like there's gonna be communication here. And I feel like there's gonna be something that changes fast for him, like for you and him, the connection. So I feel like if you've been like manifesting like in your own kind of way, like communication, you're gonna get it. Maybe after some period of time of waiting, which maybe right now, but I'm getting progress because the Three of Wands for me is a progress, right? It's about um expanding, um finding an opportunity. This is what I'm he's trying to look for an opportunity. That's why I said, are you guys on social media? Because um he could be trying to like find a reason to reach out to you that seems more easy. You're showing up as the Empress for him, so obviously you're showing up as very abundant, nurturing, very much in your feminine energy. You're showing up as very um he's seeing you as someone that's grown. And I'm getting to um he feels like so I feel like he wants to have a conversation with you, and he knows he can have it, right? Because he sees you as someone that has like you're really good at communication, so you have like excellent skills in communicating is what I'm getting. um but yeah, like he sees you as someone that's generally optimistic, so he may see himself as pessimistic. You have the Seven of Wands here in the center, so there is still challenges that he's trying to overcome. You get a Ten of Wands. What is that? What is the Ten of Wands? The Hermit. So he may not reach out just yet. I feel like he's just trying to like prepare and figure out. He's trying to find an excuse, is what I'm getting, and then from there, see, like almost like test the water and see how you're gonna react, and then from there maybe be like, hey, like let's have a conversation. So that's what I'm getting here. Um, I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, um, it's about putting the work in. Yeah, look, the Five of Swords is reversed. So I feel like he's been low key. Cause remember, I was getting like very like disconnected energy is what I was saying. Like he was just being like his energy was a little on the darker side, I would say. But he's coming out of that. Like the mental blocks, he's coming out of them. Um, he's coming out of them, and I feel like he's trying. Like there's desire to reconcile here. And I feel like he wants forgiveness because I'm getting desire to forgive, making amends. So he's almost, I want to say too, like he may be trying to forgive his past, like past hurts and past like trauma. I don't know why I get something with his mom. I don't know if she, because the Queen of Cups tried to come out, and I don't know why I was getting like, maybe like he's had some type of like trauma with his mother, and he's trying to come out of it. Um, you have the High Priestess here, so I do feel like he's kind of going within. To me, this is like the beginning of something, so I feel like you may get some communication from him. The center is still like showing a little bit of blockages here, challenges, but I do like the Hermit because the Hermit to me soul searches. He's not really, yeah, with the Hangman. He's trying to come towards you like with a different perspective and not the same old okey doke. Cause he knows. Like I got at the bottom. I have the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Cups. For me, I feel like he knows. Like even though you're very loving, you can also be very cutthroat. We were talking. I did recognize. Yeah, there you go. I didn't. I never. I don't know if I have gotten that from him before, but for some reason I got that strongly here, and I think that he has some issues there. I mean, I don't know if it's like you know like whether it was attachment issues to her or whether it was like trauma, because it could be anything. Like I have one of my best friends, her husband passed away a few years ago when her son was a teen, and he went like on a down spiral, like with anxiety and stuff like that, like mental issues, like mental health, like anxiety, depression and stuff like that. And so now he's like dating. Well, at the time he was with this girl, and I guess it was too much for her, and understandable, she was a teenager. But then one time she sent him a message, like if somebody else sent it, saying that she passed away. And like it was just certain cultures play, they do certain shit, and it was just weird, and like that caused him even more like trauma. And like so now that he's dating again, I mean the girl didn't die, she lied, but now that he's started dating again, she's noticed, like, well, from the stuff that she told me, I was like, yeah, I think it's like the closeness, like because his father passed away, like he was so, like his dad was very affectionate with him, and so I feel like there could be like a little bit of trauma there with like letting people get close. So it doesn't mean that he went through like abuse or anything like that. It's the total opposite. It's just when his father passed away, that person that was always like really, like, I mean, my best friend is very nurturing too, but the dad was just very like affectionate, always like hugging on him and like doing stuff with him. And so that I feel like now is reflecting in his early, like, I think he's 19 or 20. So and I said, yeah, that sounds like closeness. Like you're afraid to let someone get close because you may feel like, what if they pass away? So that makes sense. That makes sense with this guy. So that's what I have for you. Just see, I don't. Yeah, I feel like it could be that where he went through some shit with her. If you picked up on mommy issues, then yeah, there has to be like some trauma. I feel like too there could be something with attachment. Yeah, Lucky, I'm still on a reading, love. I'm gonna update the the donations. I don't have a moderator, so you guys just have to be patient. I mean, I don't have a moderator right now. Can you guys please like the stream? So that's what I have for you, Josie. He looks like he's way more open. I feel like I would expect some communication because I feel like it's coming in. He may try to come in when he's a little more level-headed. So that, I hope that was helpful, Gypsy. All right, let's see. Thank you, Gypsy. All right, Info, are you here? Info, you have a farm. I would love to have a farm. You're welcome, Gypsy. All right, let's see. Let me get. Do you have animals in it? I mean, I know that probably sounds stupid, but I know people that have farms that don't have animals. No, you're good, Gypsy. You're all good. When I managed to drill a borehole at the farm this year, let's see. Four, oh my god, the cards are flying. I just got 3 yeses back to back, but I just want to shuffle a little more. Let's see, what she said. How is the weather where you're at, Info? Oh, it's at its development. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Nice. All right, so I got the, hold on. So I got the Hermit, the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like, yes, it may it may not be, so I'm getting a yes. I feel like it just may be a lot more work than you're thinking. Oh, it's spring. It may be a lot more work than you're thinking, or it may take a little longer than this year. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm still getting a yes though. It just may be a little delay or just extra work. So it's gonna be one or the other. Either there's extra work that's gonna be added that you may not see that right now, or it just may be a little later than you think. But it is gonna happen. So it's spring now. Yeah, I always find that so interesting. That's why I say time is not real. Like, time is really just not it, because like here too, like, you know, right now where I'm at, it is 2:52 p.m. But I know in Cali is, I think, I want to say like 12:52. You're welcome. All right, let's see for Lucky. Any realization N has about me now? Let's see. PM or AM? I know that's 8:52, right? All right, the Ten of Wands. PM. Okay, so you're like 6 hours. The Queen of Swords. The Five of Pentacles. I feel like right now, so what I'm getting is that he feels like even though this connection carries a lot of like burdens, I would say, or like a sense of like a lot of work, like too much work, he's also, it's not stopping him from missing you and wanting like to move things into calmer waters. He also sees you as someone that's very independent, very direct, someone who's very clear-minded. You're very direct with your communication. um but yeah, so but even with that, like, I feel like, so he's also viewing you as someone that's very nurturing and loving, because I have the Queen of Cups here with the Three of Cups, like someone that he has a good time with, but also you know how to set boundaries. And I feel like even if you're cutthroat with him, is like he still misses you and wants to move things into calmer waters. The Eight of Cups is here. Show me more. with the Nine of Wands. Hmm. I feel like he wants to come towards you, but he's still being guarded. But I am getting more and more now that he wants to come towards you. So he is that there's a realization of like, even though he has these, I guess, like feelings of like, this is a lot of work. I need to guard myself. I need to, like, take care of me. Let me fall back. At the same time, now he's kind of switching gears and he's wanting to come towards you because you're coming up as the 10 of Cups for him. So he still sees you as someone that he can have that, like, potentially long-term relationship with. I feel like you bring him inner happiness and fulfillment. So that's coming back more, like, back out on the surface, where I feel like your last few readings he was kind of like a little distant in emotions. Now he's being more aware. You have the Queen of Wands here, so it is showing that he sees you as very confident, again, independent is coming here. You also can be unpredictable, but I'm also getting like very sexually attracted to you. But he's also acknowledging challenges here with this 7 of Wands. Show me more. The 6 of Pentacles. I feel like, you know what he feels like the challenge here is? Yeah, with the Ace of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you both want to put the work in at different times. So this feels like bad timing. Like, let's just say this time around he wants to put the work in, you're not ready to. And then you decide, you're ready to put the work in, and then now he's not ready to. So he's acknowledging that. He feels like, I feel like something that's coming up for him now too, like in realization, that he feels with the Ace of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles, like, you both have to get clear on what you're wanting and then put the work in to create whatever that is. So I do feel like he's has a lot more clarity right now, like coming up like today, compared to like the past few days, or I would say readings, where he's like, okay, like, yeah, there's issues here. There's a bit of like work that has to be put in. There's challenges, but I'm willing to put the work in with her. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Lucky. So I feel like more than anything, when real, the realization that's hitting him now is that even though there is, nothing is like, it's not perfect. He's also acknowledging that, you know what, even though it's not perfect, it's it's workable. Like, we can make something happen here. We just have to be on the same page. So it's, yeah, like the sun is here. So that's what I have for you. Gypsy, just don't really like type readings either. Just don't really care for type. Just will still get them though. I think she still, yeah, because she got one, but her preference is not type readings either. I was telling Gypsy like earlier. I said, she asked me if there was a type session. I said no, it's the audio. I said, don't be scared of no type reading. I actually had someone text me the other day. I'm gonna read it to you. I don't know if I posted it. I don't think I did. I don't really post a lot of stuff. I get insight all the time. Yeah, you prefer, yeah. I do too though. I, like I said, I have girls that do paid readings, and they also, I mean, paid read, that do type, and then they also do audio. And yeah, sometimes I prefer audio. You're welcome, Lucky. Thank you. Um, I prefer audio too. But if I want to, like, I don't shy away from a type reading. Um, I told her, I said, don't be fucking scared of no type reading. It's like, nah. But wait, where is it at? She's the one that comes on here too a lot. Yeah, she has said, thank you so much for the readings. They were so detailed, and not saying that your live readings aren't detailed, but was skeptical about type or offline readings. You are very, very on point. Yeah, I told her, I was like, when I'm doing type readings, out, like, when I'm just like focused on that. I think sometimes all the energies in the channels, like, that's why, you know what, that's why I never was like upset if people didn't come in when the line was so long, like the wait. Remember how that used to be, just because I'm gonna be honest, I I would do the same if I went into alive and there was so many people on in the line, I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't get a reading unless I could skip. Like the other day my friend was on and she had a long she had like 6 people and I was the 6th person. I was like, fuck that, I'm not waiting, I'm gonna go first. So like sometimes I'll do that, but I don't always like skip either because to me I don't really care. Sometimes I like to be the last person to get right on. And I know my friend that I get channel messages from. She well, what do you want to know about it? So if you're wanting a spicy reading, that's a completely different reading. Lucky. You been watching shows? What have you been watching, Jess? Oh my god, my neck feels a little sore. So Lucky, if you're wanting to have details on like what his sexual like energy is, that's a different reading. Um, Jess, can you add Crystal? Thank you, Crystal. You'll be added. All right, Jess, you can post your question while Lucky comes back. All right, let's see for Jess this week. All right, you got the Knight of Swords, not the nine. The Empress with the Fool. So I feel like this week you're gonna be or needing to tap more into your ambitious energy. Like, yeah, I feel like it has to do with possibly even like your business, like focusing more on it, maybe adding new things. You're showing up as driven to succeed, um, being action oriented. So I feel like if last week you felt a little bit more like relaxed and you were like taking time off, I feel like this week is a good week for you to get back on the road and get things moving. You have the Emperor, so you're showing up as very abundant, very nurturing, and they're saying it's the perfect time for you to focus on growth. Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. But they're saying like it's a good time to do that because you're embodying right now that energy. Um, I feel like too. You may be in a more optimistic energy this week is what I'm getting. You may be feeling a lot more optimistic because you have the Fool here, and for me the Fool is all about like new beginnings, taking that leap of faith, not holding back, being spontaneous. They're saying trust blind faith right now. Again, I am getting a card. This is another card that talks about optimism. You do have the Four of Swords here, so Spirit is saying rest when you need to. Um, Rest when you need to, retreat when you need to. It's only gonna help bring renewal into your phase of like life. Um, for me too, like this is about completeness, right? This is a card of like progress, power, stability. So again, like your foundation. So if you're feeling like you need to rest, go ahead and do it. Obviously your body is needing it. You had the Nine of Cups, so it does talk about wishes coming true. You're gonna be feeling more content this week. I feel like there's a sense of satisfaction here. More emotional stability here too. And remember, this is a card of like gratitude, like being grateful for what you have, while at the same time being assertive about what's coming in. Um, what else for this week? We got the Hermit reverse. So, you know what I'm getting with this? Let me just clarify. The Death card. So, I feel like with the Hermit reverse, is like, remember how like in the Four of Swords you're being told to rest when you need to, um, but obviously like get stuff going, because this is a really good week for you to just like get the motor running, and not just stay there stuck. And that's what I'm getting with the Hermit reverse, is like, okay, you can go ahead and relax and like shut down, but don't stay there, because I feel like if you do that, what you're gonna cause is more isolation, and you're gonna become like, you may like, I want to, they're saying lose your way. So that to me feels like you may start going the opposite direction of what you need to be going in, because the Death card is here. So they're saying don't stay in that energy, because you're leaning more and more towards the opposite direction of like where you're trying to go when it comes to like life manifestations, like anything. um Anything else there? The Knight of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is like nurturing yourself. Like with creativity, I don't know if you like color, like coloring books. I don't know why I'm getting that. I like to color. I actually just ordered me some new coloring books. Little Mermaid, by the way. I have adult coloring books too, but I don't know if it's like stuff like that, like something that you can like maybe like zone out to, and focusing more on like your independence here with the Nine of Pentacles, like enjoying the fruits of your labor. So like I would say like celebrate your wins, um because you have other things going on like in your life. So it's like, I know sometimes we can get lost in that like certain categories of our, I call them categories of our lives, or like parts of our lives, but there's other stuff going on. So yeah, you can be upset about one thing, but also don't forget about the other things. um so I feel like this week is going to be a week where like will determine like how you move forward, because if you decide you're going to sit back and like maybe like, I don't want to say move around, but like maybe even have a pity party, or like kind of feel pessimistic, you may be like pushing yourself into that direction where you can just not do that. Or like I said, you have the chance to take things for what they are at the moment and just keep pushing forward towards that goal. So that is what I have for you, Jess. um yeah, a spicy rating is 18. If you're wanting to know, like, you just gotta give me a, like, what exactly you want to know. Like, do you want to know what are his thoughts about you right now? Like, what? Yeah, just gotta give me a question on it. And thank you, Jess. You're welcome. Um, so Lucky, you have to send the extra dollar. You sent five, but you didn't choose friends and family. Make sure you guys are choosing friends and family. If not, you have to send the fee for it. You have to send the difference for the fee. Oh wait, let Oh no, you did send the difference. My bad. You know what? I forgot about. Um. Oh, because the readings are 13. That's why. Yeah. So just remember the in-depth readings are only 13. They're not 13. That's what threw me off. So what is your question? What exactly do you want me to ask when it comes to like that the spiciness? Like what kind? I mean, what's the question? What do you want to know? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat, and I just don't know. Just how's the weather over there? It's chilly here. Crystal, if you're here, go ahead and post. All right, Lucky or Crystal, can one of you guys post your questions? All right, Crystal, let's see. Was the woman who was sitting at the restaurant on the 8th and Hy-Vee being discriminatory to me, or did I? Well, let's see if she was being discriminatory to you. I got the Hermit, so I'm gonna say no. You want to, but all right, Lucky. For your spicy reading, you gotta give me a question. You want to know how you impact him sexually? All right, so I gotta know for you, Crystal. For the first one, does Derek still like Crystal? The Four of Pentacles, I'm gonna say the Four of Pentacles is a. Let me just. With the Knight, I feel like he does, but he's definitely holding back. It's like a maybe. I'm getting a maybe, to be honest. I'm getting, because the Four of Pentacles can be a no, but with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like he has like, there's emotional feelings there, but he's holding back. He's choosing to hold back from you. But also not, he hasn't fully let you go either. All right, let's see. 12 messages from Reggie. Let's see. For the spicy readings, Lucky, it can't be like a general. It has to be a question. Alright, so let's see. What does Reggie want to say to Crystal? I want to provide you with stability. I'm afraid to open up to you. Let's run away together. What do you see in me? Okay. I got a few that came out. I feel a strong pull towards you. You bring me so much happiness and peace. High Do I Breathe by Mario. I can't stop thinking about you. Damn, I really miss you. I will fight for us. You're always in my dreams. And my heart will always belong to you. At the bottom you have let me massage your body. So that is what I have for you, Crystal. And thank you so much. Just go ahead and, yeah. In a sexual way, okay. And thank you, Crystal. All right, let's see. All right. So what I'm getting is, so how you and I said and how you impact him in that kind of way. Um, I feel like you have this way of getting under his skin without even trying. You're the fantasy that keeps replaying in his mind. So for me, the star being here, um, it's like the star that he can't stop reaching for. So you showing up as the star, you know, the stars in the sky. The stars are in the sky, so they're hard to reach. So I feel like that's something that actually turns him on. You satisfy something deep within him with the Nine of Cups being here. It's like your his craving and his calm in one. Um, for me, when he thinks of you, it stirs up chaos inside of him. With the Five of Wands being here, I feel like he tries not to get caught up in the conflicts or the tension, but it comes up. So I feel like when he tries to like not get too caught up in that, and like in I would say like in an egoistical way, it shows up as sexual tension. And he prefers that over like being angry. um I feel like with the four of swords being here, I feel like he tries to like rest or to like quiet down, like relax. But every time he closes his eyes, he sees you and he feels you. Like it's not just like I just see her image. I feel like he feels your energy. Like he feels you in the room with him. He may even, you know, handle his business to you. Like if he has pictures, doesn't need to have pictures though, because I feel like he visualizes you really strongly. Um, I feel like the way your energy moves is like very soft but also mysterious and magnetic, and it makes him restless and very like hungry for that kind of desire. um I feel like the Nine of Swords being here, it's like a reminder to like again at night I'm getting like very restless energy. Like he could be like up fantasizing or like, you know, I feel like, so what I'm getting with the Nine of Swords is like he's fighting the pool but losing. So it feels like he gets like a desire to, you know, handle his business, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that today. Like I'm not doing that shit. But it just, your energy just pulls him in that way. Like it's really strong is what I'm getting here. And then like when he's done, he'd be like, what the fuck? um I feel like you make him want to take risks that he normally wouldn't. So because the fool is here. So for me, I feel like he maybe not be the type that does that stuff often, like handling his business, pleasuring himself, but he does because of you. Um, and again, like we, that's the fool being here. So he's being like you're able. I feel like how you impact him too, like sexually, is him being more carefree, more carefree. Like he's willing to just give in and drown in the feeling of you. Um, Yet part of him tries to hold back because we do have the Four of Pentacles, which is what I was getting already. I feel like he tries to hold that back, like, you know, guarding his desire, because he knows once he acknowledges it, it's very strong. I get like a very like almost like he's unable to stop himself. So I feel like when he's around people and like you come up, like if it, let's say it comes up, because I feel like for him like your energy shows up in different layers. So if it shows up like when he's around people like sexually, like I feel like it might come up here and there. He blocks that out, and it's like really quick, because if not, he'll drown in it. Like he can drown in it, and so when he's by himself, he definitely drowns in it, or at least he lets himself drown in it. Um, I feel like, and why he tries not to drown in it, because it's unstoppable for him. Like once he's there, like he's just there. It's there's nothing that can stop it. Um, I feel like this is gonna sound funny, but Spirit saying you disarm him. He tries to play it cool, but you see right through him, and that turns him on even more. You have this sensual, intoxicating energy with that Queen of Cups being there that makes him want to explore every part of you. Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, which is what I was saying. Like, I don't feel like he's had this kind of connection with other people where you kind of like, he's interested in every part, right? Um, I feel like you're his weakness and his escape, but you're also like the calm in his chaos and the chaos in his calm. I feel like the more he resists, the deeper he feels. So I feel like right now, because it's coming in strongly, because he has been trying to resist, um, because he's been trying to like resist this, like resist you in general, not just the sexual feelings. It's just making him fall deeper, deeper into that desire, to want to reconnect, to want to be with you. So, um, give me 1 second. Um, I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like the feeling is just too strong to break now. And this is why I feel like you may hear from him soon, because I'm just getting like, I just feel like the desire to speak to you, but not only that, but even like the sexual desire is way too strong for him to resist not speaking to you. Because I feel like his desire comes more from, um, it comes more from who you are, how you show up, the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you being more like, you may be like more in your feminine energy, and that desire just kind of like you showing up that way kind of just makes the desire so much stronger. Because if you were showing up, because I feel like he kind of, in the last reading you showed up as all the queens, but I feel like it's the nurturing, like that Queen of Cups, that he's very sexually attracted to. So that is what I have for you, love bug. Like, I don't know if you have like a favorite fruit or something. I don't know why I'm getting this is like a side message. I feel like, because you don't just attract him, you like consume him. And I feel like you're like that vision that burns behind his eyes, the one he can't shake no matter how hard he tries. And I feel like, yeah, like you move through his body. Like, you know how honey, I don't know why I'm thinking about honey. Like, you know, I don't know if you've ever poured honey. Like, it's like, it's not like necessarily gooey, but it's not creamy. Like, it's smooth, right? And like you sometimes have like, let's say you're doing like you're making tea. Like, you have to stir it in order for it to dissolve. And I feel like that's how you're showing, like it's hard, you're hard to dissolve, like you're hard to like get past, get over. And he definitely loses sleep over you. But I'm getting something with, I don't know if you have like I don't know why I'm getting peach. I don't know if that is any like brings anything to your mind, but it doesn't have to be peach. But if there's something that he knows you like let's just say a fruit, I want to say it's a fruit, or like a candy. I feel like he purposely like eats this to think of you in that way. So yeah, that's what I have to do. And all right, Jess, you can go ahead and post. I have to figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner. What are you guys having for dinner? Give me a second, Jess. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Oh my god, I was so weak. Can you add Nicholas? No, no, no. It's Orange Cat. My bad, my bad. Orange Cat. Um, girl, I started shuffling. I forgot I was on mute. So you got the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands reversed, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see. All right, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands. Okay, I'll be with you, Orange Cat. You may have to repost that, so just give me a second. I'm working on Jess. All right, the Death card, the Moon, and the King of Pentacles. So for the many, if you're wanting a time frame, then I'll just do a time frame. It won't be. I could give you a time frame with a little bit of detail, but it wouldn't be like a mini reading. So if you're wanting a time frame only, then it would just be a time frame question. But with a mini, like I will have to have a different question, and I can't guarantee that you'll have a time frame if that makes sense. But all right, let me get started with you, Jess. So, what's coming towards you? Um, Give me a second. Oh my god, when the hell did I go on mute? I've been talking this whole time. Wait, Orange Cat, did you hear me? So I did your first one. All right, your first one. You and I like. I still had the card here. That's why I'm like. So IJ, are you still here? All right, but Jess, you heard your reading, right? You didn't hear none of your reading. Oh my god, this went mute again on its own because I came back. I literally said. So Jess, did you hear me when I said? Well, I know where your cards are because I just put them back, like literally they're right there. So all right, let me do Orange Cat real quick and I'll come back to your cards because you got a lot of like and I'll tell you anyways. All right, Orange Cat, I'm gonna do two yes or no's for you and then a time frame because now that kind of just, I mean that would have been like $13 or $14, but it's fine. Because you sent me 12, so you can post another yes or no. I'm gonna do your time frame. So for your first question, this happened to me the other day too. I did a whole reading and I was like, why the hell is nobody like responding? I was over here like, Jess, is anyone hearing me? Like, is there a delay? Like, hello. All right. So Orange Cat, for your first one, if this guy was RC still has feelings for you, even though you haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, I'm getting a yes. Um, you showed up as the Nine of Pentacles, so there is a lot of like you show up as like luxury, like almost like I would say like ordinary. So yes, I'm getting a yes for that. And oh, post another yes or no, and then let me do your time frame. When will you have your next intimate encounter? Yo, and you know I usually put the cards, but I used a different deck for Orange Cat because I usually shuffle the cards, and I was like, no, let me just get through these because I'm gonna order my food. I'm hungry, and so yeah, Jess, I didn't shuffle your cards. I mean, I shuffled your cards; they were already out, but I didn't shuffle them back in. Let's see, when will be when is next intimate encounter? So it's all right. So the first card I got is give it time. It's in the works. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. All right. So we got by the end of the week, and let's see. And in October, we got October. So I'm gonna say, I feel like your next encounter can happen between now and the end of this month. Yeah, look, I just got look next couple of days. I guess the fourth card. So I'm gonna say between now and like the end of the month, there could be something that happens like sporadically. That yeah, look, and then Spirit said let it be a mystery. So this may feel, I don't know why I'm getting like all right, I could explain it to you this way. Like yesterday I had no plan. I was doing hair all day. I do hair and makeup. So I was doing hair from 8 o'clock in the morning till literally 6 o'clock in the evening. But at midday I told my best friend, I was like, yo, I wanna go to this boxing fight. A guy from Philly, I'm in Philly. So I hit her up and I was like, "What are you doing tonight?" And she was like, "Nothing." Why I was like, "All right, we're going to see the fight." Like something that happens, like it's just not even planned. That's what I'm getting. And then your next yes or no. Do you see RC finally stepping forward about how he feels when he sees me again? Let's see. Oh, you got the Page of Pentacles. I thought that was the Fool, and I was like, oh my god, why I feel like this guy is going. So you got the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I'm gonna say yes, but it may not be the next time you see him. I feel though, but let me tell you something. He has not stopped thinking about this. The Seven of Pentacles for me is like, I feel like he's strategizing in how to come forward. Um, but he's already kind of like, it's not like he's just thinking. I feel like he's actually like planning. So I feel like there could be a moment that happens that, yeah, he will. It may, like I said, may not be the next time you see him, but I feel like it could be, because if, yeah, I'm just getting someone that's strategizing. Yeah, the Temperance just came out for you, so that's another yes for me. But it's also a card that's telling you just be patient. Oh my God, didn't you get a card like that in the time frame where it says something about it's in the works? Damn, I don't know where it was at. Wait, it had a one on it, so I don't know. Give it time, it's in the works, yeah. Sometime in the future. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be soon. So that's what I have for you, boo. And thank you so much. You know, as my sister has an orange cat, and I was the other day I was there. I meant to tell orange cat when he came in, like y'all supposed to be, like orange cats are supposed to be like the real bad cats, and he do. My sister was like, girl, he gives orange cats a very bad name. I said they already have a bad name. They wild. And it's funny because he like be up her butt, and then like when she tries to cuddle with him, he just be like, "Get the fuck off of me!" Like she'll send me pictures. I'm like, "Yo, he just look like he'd be like, don't fucking touch me. Don't ever like I'ma cuddle with you when I want to, but you're not gonna cuddle with me when you want to. Like we don't play those kind of games." I'm not a fan of cats. I'm allergic to them though. Anyways, like I get really bad when I'm around them. You're welcome. Thank you, love. All right, just let me go. Let me grab your cards. So you got the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands reversed, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Death, Moon, and King of Pentacles. And I was saying, I was talking, girl, but I was saying how this reminds me of like your last few what's coming towards you, that it feels more like growth than things that are tangible. It feels more like it's about you. And I was saying like one thing that I don't want to forget, because this was like towards the end of the reading, like you know how like you got for this week like that Four of Swords, and then they're saying like we want you to rest when you need to, but we also don't want you to stay there. And I feel like this reading was kind of like a remembrance of that, of like I feel like you may be keeping yourself stuck in a place that you no longer need to be in. And I feel like yeah, like you can rest, you can fall back, you can, whatever, right? You could sit there and you could feel your feelings, but maybe you're just unpacking and staying in a place where you should have moved from by now, because you've been getting this growth for yourself. And this was just my observation too, like the growth and the evolving for, I want to say, since like August, and now we're in October. And not saying that growth has to be like overnight, but it's just it was like almost a repeated message from your last few was coming towards you. And so with the Four of Swords, I feel like Spirit is showing you stepping into much needed season of rest and reflection. It's like the calm before the bloom. So remember, like, this is why I'm saying, like, it's the calm before the bloom. So if you're constantly resting and you're constantly falling back into like the old traps, you're just and you're kind of like holding back your bloom season. And I feel like you've been, obviously they're acknowledging you've been through a lot, and this pause is helping you realign before the next chapter begins. The Four of Wands reverse reveals that some of the foundations around you, like relationships, home, or plans, may feel uncertain right now, but this is temporary. I feel like Spirit is rebalancing things that are never that were never fully like stable to begin with. Um, I feel like the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords is bringing a sense of balance and truth. You'll soon see things with like crystal clear clarity. You'll soon see things. I want to say like I don't want to say like the wise, but maybe like it'll make more sense to you is what I'm getting logically. Um, I feel like a new perspective or important communication clears up confusion is coming your way, and helps you decide where to focus your energy. The Seven of Pentacles confirms your patience is paying off. You've been planting seeds and the results are on the way, even if it's been slow to show in the physical. So it's again that energy of like things working out in your favor behind the scenes. I feel like the Fool and the Knight of Pentacles together, it's showing a brand new beginning that unfolds steadily and securely. You may take a leap of faith soon into a new project, opportunity, or emotional chapter. Um, and they're saying, and it will grow over time. Spirit is guiding you to trust the process and move with faith instead of fear. The Eight of Swords shows that part of what's been blocking forward movement has been overthinking, um, and or self-imposed limitations. The Three of Wands says expansion is literally on the horizon. Your shifts are coming in, so expect progress after a period of stillness, which is going back to like, yeah, they want you to rest, but again, I just may feel like you're holding yourself back at this point. Um, and then finally you have the Death card with the Moon and the Knight and the King of Pentacles. For me, this trio is showing powerful transformation energy. Something old, whether a mindset, a cycle, or even a connection, is coming to a close. Um, and though it may feel uncertain with the Moon being here, like can cause a little of anxiety or worry, it's leading you into greater security, abundance, and stability. Um, so I feel like in short, what's coming towards you is a renewal of clarity, direction, and stability after a period of rest and uncertainty. The ending you're experiencing, or like the pause, is making space for grounded success, deeper self trust, and a brand new chapter both that's that I want to say that's both um very freeing and secure. And I feel like you won't know that until you're there, where you're gonna be like, fuck, like I should have been got here. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like coming towards you. So it's kind of similar to what we've been getting, but I feel like now they're saying, okay, like come on, like get up, get out of bed. Like I know it's gloomy outside, but let's try to make the best of it. So that's what I have for you, Jess. IJ, are you here? Let me text IJ. I'm gonna do his offline. Unless he, well, I could always say it to him. I got like a slight little headache. It's not even like a headache. It's I don't know. I know that sounds crazy. It's not a headache. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like a little like I don't know pressure right there. All right, so IGs I'll do offline. I may come back on later, but I think I prefer to come back on early tomorrow. I don't know, cause tomorrow's a holiday for most people. Who's in here, y'all? Talk to us. Is anybody out there? I'm gonna make a post about. I'm gonna make a post messing with you and just see how y'all be running when y'all see type readings. Let me see if I find. I gotta find a meme. Hold on. Let me find a meme. What are you having for dinner, Jess? Oh God. You don't know yet. I don't know either. Alright, well, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys later. I may come back on. I don't know yet. We'll see, because I'm gonna try to relax today. But if not, I'll be back tomorrow. Or I'll be back later with some tight read. Not for you and Gypsy, though. Alright, bye, Jess. Thank you.